Right, mate, Slimeade here, and welcome back to some more. What the hell did I actually do? I've done it again! I'm messing up this backwards. Done that 3 times now. Alright, let's get back into it. So now we're at Spring Yard Zone, which is this kind of started the whole, like, casino level thing. That's kind of a Sonic staple. Thanks, game developers. I can't even jump out of that one. And these are infamous. These are infamous for if you get just like a tiny pixel over one side just slightly, you can actually just get completely obliterated. And that's because the game misinterprets it there as crush damage. And it just like flat out kills you. And in Chemical Plant Zone in Sonic 2 has a very similar thing as well. I'm gonna gush about another thing is I really like the backgrounds in these games, to be honest. I've already said about the graphics, I've said about the music, I've said about the backgrounds. I think my favourite background in any of the classic Sonic games is... it's gotta be... these are the guys who don't have names. I think these guys, like, genuinely don't have an English name. But, yeah, I got a bit distracted. But I really like the backgrounds in these things. I think my favourite one is Casino Night Zone's background. I think at one point I even had it as like the banner on my YouTube channel. Because that is like... I don't know, I just really like the colours in it. I think I could genuinely spend forever just like gushing about how good like old games look and how well they've aged. That's one thing that I actually will... Tails, why did you fly? I mean, it could be worse. It could be deleting the entire obstacles with his forehead, which is... that was a weird glitch, but it happened. Probably won't be happening again, seeing as this is more of a single character playthrough kind of thingamajig. I don't think I've ever said thingamajig before. Yeah, I was saying about it. I just realised I have went the wrong way, and now I've got to go all the way back up. Yeah, something about just like old games I just really like visuals on. Like, more specifically, old sprite-based games. I know some games have, like, really iffy old sprites looking at you, Generation 1 Pokemon. I like the speed that I've got there, but I don't know if I'm going to be able to escape this part, because this part is kind of hell. Could like just as Tails is being ping-ponged around like completely helplessly, just edit like the femur breaker scream on him. Are we even like racking up points or? No, I think we don't get points after a certain. I was going to say, if we keep racking up points, we'll get an extra life. We'll get an extra life, so if we die, we can fall back in the pit and just get endlessly juggled again. yeah, to be honest, I've got like a weird, compared to most people, like weird opinion of like realistic looking games. I prefer more stylized games, and a lot of people say like, oh, realistic games are like, you know, great and, you know, stuff like that, because you can convey more stuff, you know, like more realistic. I don't know how to properly explain it, but the way that I look at it is you can get a lot more imaginative with less realistic games and, you know, stuff like that. Just go down it. No, like, done it again. I had to dodge the crab. Hungry Box should have done that. That's a dumb reference, that. Oh. I actually thought I was going to get crumpled then. Completely. I could see that happening. I don't know why he did it anyway. Yeah, I was saying about old games versus like newer games, and it's just like, to be honest, it's like one of the things where a lot of people like think that more realistic games look better because they're more realistic. Now we gotta do that whole thing all over again. I hope this doesn't become a once per episode thing, but realistic games look better because they're realistic, and to be honest, I think stylized games have more, it's like more of an effort into it. It's hard to explain what I mean, but like with a realistic game, yeah, there's a lot more effort in like the actual making it look realistic, but creativity wise you're just copying directly from reality. Whereas whenever you're doing a stylized game, you've got to kind of like do an extra step to make it look, you know, like a thing. Thanks, Tails. Now we've got to go a long way, I think. But yeah, with it's like there is some realistic games that I do like, and more realistic on the terms of graphical thingy, because I'm quite a big Tekken fan. I literally had no way to dodge that then, thanks. Yeah, quite a big Tekken fan, which is kind of known for being realistic, and that's a game where you can actually, you can see the progress of like graphical evolution of just video games through Tekken and how it's evolved over time, which I think's kind of neat, to be honest. But whenever it comes to games that are just realistic for the sake of being realistic and not like they could choose literally any other style that they wanted to, but they just decided, nah, this one has to be realistic. I think it's just kind of, they're doing it because it's expected of them, you know what I mean? Also, yeah, this is just a really simple boss as well. He just kind of like, he'll fly down and he'll try and stab you up, and then all you need to do is just walk out the way and hit him. Oh, we got another hit on him, that's good. But yeah, with the realistic games and that, there's also the downside that realistic games tend to age worse as graphics get better. And it's one of the things where stylized games tend to look the same after years and years, and sometimes even decades, and they still look great. I think that's one of the reasons why making stuff like Mega Man custom sprites is like a big thing for some people, because like Mega Man sprites looked good for, especially being on the NES. Oh yeah, these guys are on it. This is that level that people hate. Also, I really want to check something in this level. Yep, Tails can swim in here. I'm gonna try and avoid swimming because, well, I don't know, it doesn't feel in the spirit of Sonic 1, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I do genuinely prefer the way that stylized games look. I think those spikes just look scarier than they actually are, and just fairly easy to avoid. Meanwhile, I just did that. I should have jumped. Oh, we're right back at the beginning. I think this might be the first zone where I have to segment. What's it called? Because this is kind of a long one, especially with the boss that it has. Tails, spin dash! Idiot. But yeah, if you don't collect the bubbles on here, the infamous Sonic drowning music happens, which is apparently like a childhood fear of many. Jump back up here. Can I even jump back up there? Or I've got to do that. Yeah, I've got to do that. Grab this bubble here. Just a really mad side tangent I wanted to say. The blocks in this level, some of them just make me think of Articuno for some reason. Like if Articuno was to look straight forward. There we go, there's the infamous drowning music. But yeah, this level is kind of built around going a lot of up and down. Now I think that's the proper way that you gotta do it. Not whatever stupid way I was doing it before. I actually don't get that. Why did you get hurt by the spikes whenever they're like fully extended and you're like next to it? I wasn't even concerned then because I knew that was going to happen. It's just like, I know there's supposed to be cork, but like, I can't unsee that as just like a piece of cheese. Also, there's Orbinaut, like one of the most infamous enemies in this game. I hate them statues, they get really annoying later on. It's just like part of me that's just like sat there looking at them cheese looking blocks and just thinking to myself, cheese, Gromit! I don't know why, I just really wanted to do that. It's kind of like how in the Splatoon video, I just really wanted to do the Mr. Krabs impression. Even though I'm crap at impressions. Oh, I thought this was the one. Oh, it is the one with the slow. Or is it actually? Is it? Oh, that is nasty. That. Come on, give me a bubble, please. There we go. If you remember correctly, invincibility does not actually protect you from drowning. I'm just gonna, while I'm invincible, just get through this area, drown, Come on, give me... There we go. Okay, that was odd. I don't think you can go that way, can I? Do I have to go another way, or is there a button I need to press? There might be a button I need to press and I'm just forgetting. Like I said, I'm not the most familiar with Sonic 1, but I've played it like 3-4 times. I have no clue what Tails just stood on, but I mean... There we go. How did I... In trying to get the invincibility, just ran straight into that. I'm an idiot. You know what? I think you could legitimately like compile a Slime is an idiot collection. Are these the falling corpse? Are we anywhere near getting a bubble? I'm just gonna duck under these because once he's thrown them off, he really can't do anything. Dude, am I gonna really say another thing? I think I'm really gonna say another thing. Yet again, I don't know why, I just really like the sound of the bass in this level. Look how Tails just like kind of came to a stop. I don't know why that made me laugh. I'm very stupid. This is the level with the big slide. I think this is the first instance in Sonic where they have like a pretty seamlessly looping environment thing. Because there's that monitor that we destroyed. We've got to grab that, and that actually changes the flow of the water, I think. No, it changes the path. So we can now go this way. But yeah, I will say, far as like tricky as this level can get, I do feel like it gets a lot of like undeserved hate. To be honest, I feel the same about the water temple in Ocarina of Time, if I'm honest. Oh, we just about got that as well. Did you spin dash, which I think is only available in this? I thought that was genuinely going to kill me then. Spin dash when you see that, like the noses of them guys poking off ground. You can actually just only whenever you're like at the side of him, you can just like plow right through him. There's another invincibility, so we can just run straight over them spikes and over them spikes. We still got to remember we have to breathe though, so we have to take that into account. And we may have just took a really stupid wrong turn. Right, we need air. And that's that sorted. I think we're supposed to like get pulled through that tube, but I don't know, the game kind of forgot to do that. That's the fun of the most glitchiest version of Sonic to date, apparently. Right, there we go. Oh, we were lucky then. That felt really ineffective, to be honest. Ooh. Oh! I could have saved myself then if it was a little faster. That's the thing with the water in this level is not the water, but the bubbles. Is the bubbles will dispense, well, you know, bubbles, but only if you're like directly next to it. I'm gonna do that again. I mean, sometimes it'll do it like prematurely, like that, but then sometimes it just won't. So you're kind of relying on the bubbles to actually, you know, give you air. Ooh, that was a close one. That was not a close one. Ah! Now you get to see why this is kind of seen as a rather long level, to be honest. And that, on top of that, you've also got like multiple acts, which is something that you don't see too much of in later games. It's the boss that I'm really worried about, because the boss is not exactly the most fun one. It also can take a load of tries as well, especially if you don't have rings, so... And it's really funny in a way, because the actual boss fight, if I remember correctly, is not really much of anything. We don't have any rings, do we? If I remember correctly, this is on the run-up to the boss. But if you don't have any rings like I do, shield, I guess, it becomes obstacle hell, and also water as well. So now you see the issue with the boss, don't you? The actual boss itself, Eggman, is very nothing. He's not an issue. He actually, if I remember correctly, he actually runs off after a while. The actual climb to get to him is just designed to be as horrible as possible. Because you can drown, you can get shot by those head guys, you can rebound off of Eggman and land back in the water. You can do that. This might take a little while. So if it speeds up, that's why. I mean, of course, I could just fly up, but I mean, like I said, or swim up, well, it doesn't feel right to do it. Does it? Tails. Also, pretty sure you jump lower in water. I believe in some versions of the game, if you actually catch up with Eggman, you can actually do this like weird thing where you can actually kill him before he actually goes up the full... You gotta be really fast about it. Now we actually beat him. After I said we might even have to speed this up. Oh, that's daft, that. I think that's also been the fastest I've ever actually done that end part. So I'm just gonna call it here, because this will be the last 2 zones coming up. So if you like this video, don't forget to comment, like, rate and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!